Hey, good afternoon. It's Marcus again. I know it's been a while. It's been a few months since I think I did last creative. My last video was like last year. I had to take some time off to address some family issues back down in California, but now I'm back, and I've been inundated. To those that didn't know, I normally create these videos when I get a question 2, 3, 4 times in a row about the same topic. So instead of just sending a note or a message, that's my beeper. Send a message on chat or Facebook or through social media. I just create a video. So the one of the questions that I would like to address is new construction homes. They are proliferating everywhere, right? Let me give you an example. Where I live in Marysville, Washington, there is an 800 unit complex down south of me, in a I don't know 50-acre parcel of land, and northwest of me, I think it's still Marysville, or if not Arlington. There's a 500 unit complex that they're constructing. So that's about 1,000 units, right? But people always wonder why is it so difficult to get into those units? All right, so I'm going to answer that question. All right, so quickly, hey, it's a boom. There's a boom out there when it comes to new construction. They are building by a lot. It's like going to a store, a Costco, and purchasing everything by a pack, right? So, but there are drawbacks to this. Okay, let me explain this. When you go look into the MLS, or when you go into Zillow or any of these websites, it'll say new construction, right? A set of 50 being built. And then you contact your real estate agent. And if your real estate agent is not familiar with the neighborhood, this is what's going to happen. These new constructions are not being built simultaneously. When I say 800 unit, 50-acre lot, 100-acre lot, they're not being built all at the same time, because construction costs, they gotta sell it, they gotta close it first, because obviously they gotta incur all that expenses they incurred. So they build 3, 4, 5 units at the same time, and then once it's built 80% complete, they move on to the next block. All right, and they build a set of units on that block. Okay, so don't be alarmed when they say, and you walk into a model home and they say, oh, it's not going to be built till October. But see, I mean, you'll notice that whole set of parcel of land is vacant because they haven't started yet. Okay, so my good friend who I just assisted a month ago, we're going to close on this home, brand new construction, in October. Well, to him, you have to determine what your requirements are, what your needs are. They're not ready to move. They live in Navy housing. So once Navy housing says, oh, we're going to get you moved, and they're contented with moving after the summer holidays. Kids are in school, and they'll be in the same school, right? So it's not an issue. It's not like you're moving from one locale to another, state to state, or whatever, right? They're already situated. But they want a new construction for a variety of reasons. Some of us don't want new construction for a variety of reasons. So that's also something you have to consider. So now you got to address that concern. Like, I want a new construction, but I get here, I come back, I go to my PCS, I go get my orders, or there's just nothing, or I have a 2-week house hunting leave. I can't find anything, right? So this is where you make your real estate agent earn his pay. Some of us, I don't know, some or most or whatever, but because most agents really have problems trying to determine which homes are going to close, which homes are under construction, which homes are just being constructed, and which homes are ready, to time it to their buyers' particular needs. So I get a service member coming in here 2 weeks from now, who's going to be PCSing in here 2 months from now, and he wants new construction that he just saw in a website, which says, "Oh, great home, welcome to this." Then we come up here, they come up here, they're not happy. What you have to do as a buyer, contact your agent, let him know, hey, look, I'm looking at, you got to let him know what you've seen so far, right? Now, if you got a savvy real estate agent, they tell you what they know about those units. Now, I live in Marysville. I've sold and listed homes from Olympia to Bellingham. And you guys Google map that. That's a big area. But one thing I do not know, I don't know everything. I don't know new construction in Lacey or Tumwater or Ferndale, which is by the border. I don't, okay? So that's just a lot of information, a lot of time, and a lot of work for me to travel an hour and a half to get there. So I specialize on less than an hour from me, okay? So which is okay, because most of you guys that are transferring here are situated less than an hour from me. So these ones that I'm using as an example is less than 5 minutes from where I live, right? 5 minutes down south and 10 minutes in the northwest. 1,300 homes. So what you do is you contact your agent. Hey, dude, man, I'm moving on this date. I want that one. What can we do, right? I want a new one, okay? It's probably not a major concern if you're moving in 6 months. But if you want one now, well, we got a problem. So that's where the savviness of your agent actually comes into play. They got to know a couple of things. They got to know the locale. They got to know the company that's building it. And lastly, they got to know someone. Especially, which is quite more valid in this discussion, is if they know the real estate agent. I represented a service member, active, retired. This family, they were downsizing, sold their home, and then they wanted to move into a condo unit, eventually in the Bothell Mill Creek area. And there's not a lot of condo units there for sale. Then I found something that just cropped up. Luckily, I know the agent. So what I did, before they laid out the plats and the maps and everything like that, I stayed and lived on that plat in my truck for 3 nights. Just to get into that model unit office. First thing, sold there. We eventually sold the first unit to my clients. The very first one. Okay, so that certainly helps. Knowing somebody and having the persistence to work on it. Okay, in this market, anything goes. You got to be creative, right? So you got to have an agent that's creative. Bottom line is that if you're willing to work, go find that unit, so that everything is timed accordingly. At the time you arrive, at the time you do this, at the time it closes, and funds release, etc., etc., etc. Work with your agent. He would know. If he's savvy enough to understand how the system works in that locale, he would know. All right? So get qualified. Talk to your agent. If you haven't gotten qualified yet, talk to your agent if with whatever type of unit, home, new construction or not that you're looking for, and then time it. Work with your agent with regarding to your PCS, the dates, everything, when you move in, when you get your household goods, okay? Because those are important. There's a reason why I do this job, because I do not want my shipmates, my service members, and their families to suffer what I've been through in my career while looking for homes and looking for places to live. So hopefully that helped out. Now, to my men and women out there, brothers, sisters, sons and daughters that are deployed, we all love you, right? There's a reason why I'm standing here right now, retired, and doing what I'm doing. Not just to assist you guys, but simply because I want to help you guys go through this process. I want to be a part of 10 seconds of your life. I want to be a part of that. So, to all of you guys, deployed or not, love you guys. You guys take care. Come on home. It has been a pleasure, a privilege, and an honor to have served. Post.